So, I'm going to talk to you about what to do if you decide that you want to start making some milk kefir and somebody gives you some milk kefir grains. I've come up to Norfolk Cottage and I have got from my mum a little portion of her milk kefir grains because I forgot to bring mine with me. And so she shoved them in a little bag for me and sent me on my way. So, what I have is in there milk kefir grains. If you buy them from my shop, they'll come with a bit of extra kefir as well. I'm not quite sure why she just did it like that. It's fine. They've only been in a bag for a few hours. But what I do know is that milk kefir grains don't really like terribly much not being in the medium that they're used to being in, i.e. milk or whatever. So I have got a really good way of getting milk kefir grains started when you get them new into your environment, or new into your house. All you are going to do is you are going to rescue your milk kefir grains from whichever vesicle vessel that they have been sent to you in, and you are going to pop them into some kind of really small container. It could be a little jar with a lid. I'm in a holiday cottage, so I've just got a ramekin to hand. It's my holiday cottage. It can sound really weird, a holiday cottage. I know there are no tiny jars. I've only got this ramekin, but it's okay. All I'm looking for is something that I can put a small volume of milk in, because the grains are going to be happier getting used to working in a small volume than sticking them into a whole pint or two of milk and then wondering why it hasn't set. They don't work like that. They take a little while to get used to their environment on account of there being squillions and squillions of microbes in there, probably 25 to 40 different species and strains. So it's worth, easing them in. So kefir grains go in there. Then all we do is we get some milk. I have got here some whatever it is, just Morrison's whole milk, because that's all I could get hold of. Actually, I've got no idea whether it's Sainsbury's. My mum gave it to me to bring up with me. And what I'm going to do, I am going to half fill the vessel with water. So in here, I've now got kefir grains and a little bit of milk. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a saucer on top of that and pop that to one side. And by tomorrow, I'm fully expecting that those kefir grains will have set that milk. That milk is then kefir, which I will then strain off, and then I can start scaling up. I can put twice as much milk in, and then the next day I can put 200 mils, and then the next day I can kind of go straight to making, a pint, and they'll be absolutely fine. But that is the best way to get your grains going when you have just started off with them. And then here's some I made yesterday. So this is tasting a little bit strong now because it's been in the car from one end of the country to the other. So my son Hugo has already declared he will not be having his kefir today because it tastes too strong. Now, by strong, he means it's got quite a sort of acidic flavour to it. The only problem is that it is probable that the stronger the milk kefir to a point, the more end products of metabolism that are going to do you good are in there. So a little bit of a problem there for people who really don't like too much flavour in it. But, you might have twice as much, for example. Anyway, so I am just going to... Okay, I have no idea what that is. Little brown bit in it. I'm going to get rid of that. So this is me having my milk kefir this evening. So I've got a thing going on at the moment where I really have gone mad for clementines with my milk kefir. I don't know why, I just have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a clementine and I'm going to slice it up into little pieces, and I'm going to put it in the glass with my milk kefir. And then it will have a lovely citrusy flavour. And actually, if you're somebody who doesn't really like strong, weird dairy flavours, then you could do worse than putting some citrus in your milk kefir. I mean, you can also put a squeeze of lemon juice or a bit of the lemon peel. I would recommend the peel over the juice because the juice can kind of make it separate, whereas the peel has no such effects. I mean, I tend to use a bit of lemon oil as well, but you can just put a couple of little bits of lemon zest in there, and in no time at all, it will have a really lovely lemony flavour as well going on. Anyway, without wanting to do too much citrus overkill, I am now just going to pop my bits of... It's another... I think I've just put a lentil in there. It was a lentil on the record. Never mind. It's all fibre. It's all going to be okay. Right. So in goes my orange. And then, I've got some seeds for hand. So let's have a few seeds of pumpkin, and a few seeds of sunflower, and lettuce. Stir all that together, and then obviously I'm going to need to eat that with a spoon, so I can just give it a bit of a stir. And that's about an Actimel sized. Oh, look, there we go. This is the lentil. An Actimel sized portion of milk kefir, which is probably quite a good. You know, how much is too much? It's really a personal preference thing. If it doesn't upset your tummy, you can have as much as you like. Bearing in mind though that you are just drinking a load of calories, so not that I wish to obsess about calories. It's not fashionable, you know. Anyway, so that is going to be my kefir pudding. And is there a right time or a wrong time of day to have your milk kefir? I don't really think there is, you know. There was a study that said that if you have it late at night and you're a menopausal woman, it can help kind of build more bone density. But I'm not sure that it's desperately important. Just at a time of day, if you have this little extra addition of microbes and their end products of metabolism to your system, it ain't going to do you any harm, and it just possibly might do you good. Thank you for tuning in to this very unplanned little video. If you have any questions about milk kefir, please do ask, and I will be posting this for all to see, not live, if you see what I mean. So you can catch up with it at some other point. Thank you for tuning in.